Yeah.
Welcome to the TIP Network. This is Scotty and
This is Grover.
where we talk about the culture, combat sports, MMA, and self-improvement. Thank you for messing my flow by touching your thing, man. Because
I promise not to touch my thing when you're in your flow.
Because definitely in this video here, his thing is not getting touched.
She ain't touching nothing, dude. Okay, so let's watch this clip, then let's react.
Allowed based on our marriage laws and the contract we've signed with each other
Right.
to have sex with anybody else.
Right.
So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So that brings me back to my soundbite.
Okay.
Right? I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss. As a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be
All right, so I just want to react to that first part, then we can start it again and watch a little more. But
This clip goes for 5 minutes.
yeah,
Okay.
we're not going to watch all 5 minutes, but here's one thing. So basically, she is totally agreeing with this gentleman when he's saying that, look, we have a contract with each other. We have laws in the contract that says that I am with you and only you. And she agrees, yes. And he's like, so I can only get my sexual gratification from you. I'm paraphrasing. She says, yes, because, women like that. Yes, only me. Yes, only me. Yes.
I love how he goes through the whole logical reasoning.
Yeah, and
line
then
of
he
thought.
says, so why do I have to chase you down for my sexual satisfaction? And she's like, well, you don't have to, right? You know, so let's play it a little more and let's see her bullshit
if
react.
sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody?
What's that?
Like,
Well,
She said, who's to say that I push monogamy on anybody? Stop the cap. All right, go on.
well, we know
Two
that you pushed
people-
monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married,
Time
but
out.
did you
Time
not
out.
say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I
Okay,
can
so
want
But I'm
let's
asking-
something,
stop
but
right there.
not.
That's enough.
You right
So
now.
this
You
Nobody-
is a double standard and basic bullshit that women pull.
I need a drink to that.
pull on shit. Yeah, I'm drinking whiskey this time. This is basic bullshit that women pull on men. So here's the deal. What he's saying and what he goes on to say in this clip, and I don't know who the gentleman is. I just watched this clip and I was like, wow, it really makes sense to me. What he's saying in this clip is that, look, if you want me to be monogamous, I need you to, take care of me sexually. And basically she
But that's
tried.
misogynistic.
Yeah, how dare you want to only get your sexual gratitude from your wife that you got married to, that you made an oath in front of God, you made an oath to the state, you filed taxes together, you're going to raise children together, but how dare you want me to make sure that you're sexually satisfied? Hold on a second. Now, trust me, if Alex Van Scary Negro walks in there and he's about to hurt everybody, she's going to say like, hey, babe, you're the man. Get out there and fight, and you're going to get hurt, and I'm going to get away. But, he has to work. He has to beg his wife for sex. And the only thing I'm going to say, the last thing I'm going to say about this, because it's not going to be the only thing, because I'm going to go on forever because I'm so pissed off about this. But one of the things I'm going to say about this, not even the last thing, let me stop lying, is that she goes on to say that if I knew in my 20s, what I knew at 35, that it was going to be this hard to meet your sexual expectations, I just wouldn't have got married. And it's like, so basically what she's saying is, if I knew that this marriage, it was going to include work, if I was going to have to work at something and maybe sacrifice myself and my body to make my husband happy, he's not forcing me, he's not trying to rape me, but I know that he wants me, he desires me, I just wouldn't have did it. And it's like, I just want to jump off the bridge and backslap her for saying something that ridiculous.
But shouldn't he be satisfied with the pureness of their love and their union?
Fuck no, he needs to come. He's a man. 35-year-old man.
Let me ask you this. All right. Now, if she sees herself a high value man, someone looking studly like The Rock, or looking like a young Denzel Washington, you think she would give up that nanny pretty quick?
Dude. Well, I mean, of course she would one shot, but don't let her want to do it twice. She didn't know it was going to be that much work.
All right, so let me ask you this: do women just? I ask you guys: do women just all of a sudden not want to get it on with their husbands, or do they find their husbands unattractive? Do they lose? They don't see their husbands as alpha no more?
Well, no. Here's the thing, and this is just I'll be honest, right? So my reaction to her is that she's stupid and she shouldn't do what she was getting into. You have to be responsible for your actions. 360 degrees accountability before, during, and after. One of the things that she should have found out is that, like, her man's sexual activity, she made him wait until he got married to have sex, and that was the big thing of that. And then when
really?
Yes, and then when they got engaged, they got married, and he started having sex. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know that you wanted to have sex this much." Well, you made him wait.
What is this much though?
Apparently, he's trying to knock it out.
Is it more than like 3 times a week?
Maybe he's trying to knock it out 3 or 4 times a day. I don't care. Guess what?
So if you're ladies, please let us know how many times a week would you be willing to satisfy your husband?
Well, here's the bottom line, though. If you demand that the only place this man gets his sexual gratitude from is you, then you cannot have it both ways. You can't say, listen, the only one you're going to get it from is me. And you know, she's one of those, don't watch any porn. Yeah, don't have any OnlyFans or don't have nothing dirty there. It's me. I'm the only one. But guess what? You're going to have it once a month. And that's the problem. You can't have it both ways. If you want him to only get his sexual gratitude from you, then you got to be there to sexually satisfy him. And guess what? If you don't want it that way, then let him have a side chick. That's right. I'm going to say it right now. If you don't force him into a polygamous lifestyle, if you want monogamy, I mean, you have to understand it. You got to be there to satisfy him. I mean, look, everybody has jobs to do. Okay, and your job is to satisfy.
So if he can go find himself another woman, can't she find herself another man?
Oh, I mean, apparently she don't want another man because she doesn't know how hard it is to satisfy a man's sexual appetite.
So do you think he's asking unreasonable things from her?
Man, look, I don't care if he wants to do it twice a day. It's not unreasonable.
Oh, how come?
Because many of us like to do it twice a day at times. That's why. I don't care if he wants to do it 3 times a day. It's not unreasonable. You know why?
Why?
Because she is the only person he's going to get his sexual gratification from.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Maybe that's just it. He's the person she's going to get a sexual gratification. Now, look, I'm not being unreasonable. I'm not saying like rain or shine. Oh, it's 3 in the morning.
Give it up. You got to give all the holes.
Yeah. Just give it to me all the time. But what I'm saying is this. Dude sounded pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe he's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Stabby, but I'm gonna say that he.
What does that mean?
you know, stabber with a stab light stabber. But
1 or 2 pump jump.
but most likely it's a few times a week, and she's just not with the program. But the thing that disturbs me most is that when she tries to act like, well, I wanted you to get married, and I want $1 billion, but I'm not going to get that. It's like, shut up.
That's pretty outlandish because, okay, so let me break this down real quick. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? The top of the pyramid is self-actualization, the thing I'm always preaching, but you need to fulfill the basic needs. You know what these basic needs are?
Food, sex, and shelter.
Exactly, damn right. There are physiological needs to help you to be able to be a human. These basic needs need to be met so you can be satisfied and increase overall positive mental health and physical benefits to yourself.
100%. And so if you're not willing to take care of your man's needs and your man goes someplace else, it's the same thing with a woman. If you're not willing as a man to take care of your woman's needs and she goes somewhere else, that's your fault. Mm-hmm. There's certain things like, you may be expected, like you're in a dark alley and somebody's coming,
you got to man up and fight.
You got to man up and fight. You got to
be the guardian.
If you're a woman, if you're with Ronda Rousey and she hip tosses dude into the floor and arm bars him and snaps his arm, guess what, dude? She's going to get up and she's going to look at you and she's going to say it's okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay. No.
It's not okay. I know. Trust me. I've fought in situations where I didn't want to, but I had to.
Almost in Mongolia. That was automatic. So, okay, the number one thing is, I think, from this whole clip is that there should have been clear-cut communication. Now, we don't know exactly the whole circumstances surrounding the marriage and how their union came to be, but there should be clear-cut communication about what the man wants and what the woman wants, especially towards things as sexual satisfaction.
Man, that is true. But let me put my point out there. If I got to beg for it at home, don't be surprised if I go somewhere else for it.
Mm-hmm.
If I got to beg for it, don't be surprised. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that, that's degrading. That's degrading for both parties. If she has to beg you for it, man, you need to do your job, dude. You need to do your job and make sure that you're taking care of your woman. This is your wife. This isn't a BS relationship where you could walk away from it. Maybe you got kids, maybe you have a home together. And if she wants you sexually, man, you need to man up and get it. If you need the blue pill, get the blue pill. Hey, dude, do a push-up, reduce your blood pressure, get the blood flowing in the right place. Get it going, guy.
Maybe take
Lift
some
the weight.
pills.
Do something. But you need to take care of your lady, dude. Get on a TRT and a clopamine and take care of your woman. Come on. And if her
hard as a rock.
And her, if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I just don't feel like it. Look, if you got a headache for every day of the month except 2, you're an asshole. Let's just be real. That's all I gotta say about that, man. I'll leave it right there.
So there was a thing I had to ask you and I forgot. Give me a booty or something.
Booty in your face.
Another one.
Booty in your face.
Okay, I think I got it. So do you think it's can, oh man, let me think. I gotta think. I had it.
You had it right there.
I just had it, and I can't grab it right now.
You can't grab it.
I can't grab it.
Can't grab it like the big succulent buttocks that man is.
It's pertaining to buttocks.
That man isn't grabbing.
It's pertaining to booty.
You know what that man isn't grabbing?
To
He's
punani.
not grabbing buttocks.
And I still can't. I still don't have it.
Ladies out there, I know you're not going to agree with a lot that I said. I don't care. I'm just telling you the reality. But
that's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
He found it.
So now, what do you think men's can? When you're saying a man put in this position where he has to beg for it, but to a point where now he needs to go outside of his home to go find it, what can you tell the ladies and the men about how a man's mentality is regarding getting satisfaction of his basic human needs?
Well, first of all, a man's going to be upset that he made such a poor choice in a mate that he has to do that. Because a guy, when he gets married, he may just want to be like, look, I'm married. That's it. I want to have a great family. I want to have a great family life. Guys also want the traditional family life and like that, not just women. And, and it's a lot of women say, oh, this guy is trash, just trash dude. He doesn't do this and do that. Maybe he's just a hardworking dude. Maybe he's a garbage man or maybe he's, maybe he's a salesman or something like that. Maybe he's doing inside sales and he's working hard every day and he comes home and he just wants to be with his woman, but she doesn't let him. So when he goes outside, it's not like a great feeling. It's not like, I've seen guys, I know someone personally who told me that his woman in a year had sex with him twice and they were married. And when he stepped outside the marriage and he got someone new, and guess what she did? She caused holy hell in his life. She divorced him, didn't let him see his kids. It was all types of problems. And I remember she called me and she was like, and I knew about it because he had confided in me that there was some, like she just wasn't giving it up. And like, it was like pulling teeth for years to get her to go. And she was like, do you believe what he did? And I was like, well, was there any precursors to this action? Maybe something that you could have seen?
He definitely was probably coming pretty hard.
And she was just like, what does that mean? And I was just like, okay, I got to go. Because I wanted to tell her, well, look, if you give him steak at home, he might not go get a hamburger next door.
So what I really want to ask you is like, can a man separate his emotions through the actual act versus love? So when I say actual act, like getting it on, and he can still go to his home, love his wife, perform his duties.
Let me stop you right there. Man, in the past, not right now, but in the past, I have not even known I hated the person until I came. It was just like, hey, I didn't know. I didn't even know who the person was. It's almost like when
Was it like almost angry because you just disliked it until you just like busted
oh
one?
yeah, let me get it. Oh my God, who are you? It's like when you put on glasses for the first time when your eyes were bad and you see everything clear. That's what like coming was. It was like I came and I was like, well, I see everything clear, and oh my God, what I can really see clear is I don't want to be around you anymore. All right, so
Wait, let me ask, are you still attached at this point?
man, dude, hey, it happens pretty quick, dude. Like you get up and like no, what usually happens is that you come out the bathroom and you're like, damn, I gotta leave. Or dude, you take that long walk of shame. I remember I walked down this hallway in '96, and that hallway just kept stretching. It was like a movie, dude. I was like, I'm sorry. So sorry. And I got there, dude. I got there. I washed up. I came out the bathroom, dude. And I remember taking my clothes with me to the bathroom and taking a shower and getting dressed and having my shoes on and walking out and I came in and I was like, I gotta go. And she was like, you gotta go? You're not gonna spend the night? I'm like, I gotta go. Now, I didn't have my car with me. Wait. I walked a mile to my car.
Let me ask you though, was that the last interaction you had with that person?
Bro, I didn't even go back to that bar anymore, dude.
Okay.
I stopped going to that bar in Burlingame, California. I haven't been to a bar in Burlingame, California since
basically
then.
what you're saying is a man is able to get his rocks off and still go back to the person that he loves, especially we are considering the context that the person is fine with it, their wife is fine with it, and that she hasn't been giving it up. Maybe it's medical reasons, maybe it's a bunch of other traumatic things. Who knows?
There is a problem, and I don't want to go too long here, but there is a problem. Ladies, be careful out there. You send your man out there hungry, and your man go eat, but guess what? Who's feeding him? You might have thought he was getting a hamburger, but you might have filet mignon, and you might just be top sirloin you working with.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a finer cut.
Filet mignon.
Might be filet mignon, some lobster.
Ribeye.
And
surf and turf.
And you might just be working with that old round steak. and she thinks that the sun rises and falls in his pants.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, I just don't have time for this and this and that and this and that. Only thing I'm saying is be careful. You know, like relationships are a delicate thing, but men want to be appreciated too. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. And that's about it. So make sure you
like and subscribe on YouTube.
That, but also do not just rush into marriages. Really have that clear-cut communication channel with the other person.
Wow.
Because you don't want to be lacking any of your needs.
That's right.
Self-esteem or your loving support. And especially something as basic and physiological as your sexual needs. Because everyone has it. Men, women, whatever you want to classify yourself as. Everyone has it. Oh, yeah. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at I am Gorilla1 on the gram.
And you can find me at scott.tieee. You can also look at down in the links down below because I do cover crypto bi-weekly news as well as topics on holistic development.
Boom.
That's it.
All right. Peace.